Step into the time capsule of history, where a fairy tale wedding led to a not-so-happily-ever-after saga, in a viral video that's capturing attention across platforms. Amidst a large crowd and the press, Prince Charles, still a prince at that time, delivered a sarcastic comment filled with malice clearly aimed at Princess Diana in order to satisfy his personal ego. The scene, at that moment, made everyone realize that this loveless marriage was filled with thorns and would never lead to everlasting happiness. Fairy tales only remain on paper, while reality is always as harsh as it gets. It was an extravagant party held at the conclusion of Charles and Diana's 6-week tour of Australia and New Zealand. Charles made a harmful jest that left everyone present stunned. Years after that eventful party, a clip capturing that moment resurfaced on the social media platform TikTok, once again triggering public outrage. An inappropriate and tasteless joke about having 2 wives, clearly unsuitable for a lavish reception, let alone Charles intentionally uttering it in front of his wife. A husband, a father, a prince of an entire nation should never voice such inappropriate remarks. I've come to the conclusion that really, it would have been easier to have 2 wives to cover both sides of the street, and I could have walked down the middle directing the operation, Charles pronounces. The bitter laughter echoed throughout the hall as a result of the prince's malicious jest aimed at Princess Diana, signalling that the deep undertones of sadness were becoming more pronounced in their unhappy marriage. It's truly difficult to imagine the feelings of humiliation and frustration that the late Princess Diana must have experienced when her own husband embarrassed her in front of so many people. She lowered her head, occasionally pursed her lips, lifted her face with a forced smile, and then lowered it again as if on the verge of tears. It was truly heartbreaking. The arranged marriage had subjected a young woman to endure countless pains, leading to a tragic and bitter conclusion. With over 150,000 views and a strong wave of reactions, the video clip has sparked a lot of outrage among viewers. We can understand the reason why even now there are many who don't accept Charles and Camilla becoming king and queen. Under numerous articles across the country about King Charles or Queen Camilla, there have been a multitude of dissenting comments such as, "He doesn't deserve the throne after what he caused to Princess Diana," or, "It's horrifying that the one who destroyed someone else's family happiness becomes a queen without facing any consequences. He only wants to protect his position. That's why he chose Diana to inflict pain on her," and more. Diana had confided about that moment in a secret recording. It was used as a source for Andrew Morton's book Diana, Her True Story, in her own words. The late princess remained remarkably empathetic towards Prince Charles's actions, but she couldn't alter the course of events. In those candid recordings, the princess reveals Charles's hidden struggles with her newfound popularity. "Everybody always said when we were in the car, 'Oh, we're in the wrong side, we want to see her, we don't want to see him,' and that's all we could hear when we went down those crowds, and obviously he wasn't used to it, and nor was I. He took it out on me, he was jealous. I understood jealousy, but I couldn't explain that. I didn't ask for it. After all these years since the passing of the late Princess Diana, the public's affection for her remains unwavering, and undoubtedly she has always been deserving of that love." While the current queen is Camilla, Princess Diana certainly doesn't need that title. She has always triumphed in the hearts of her admirers. As for King Charles, let's wait and see if he can overcome his mother's immense shadow during his reign, or will he become one of the most lackluster kings in history? Time will provide the answer.